Day on BBC One.
I don't get much at all, really, am I? I'll tell you what, I'll come back a little later.
But how does the garden grow 1 year on? Join the Ground Force team at 8 as they head back to Whitley Bay. Old room, new room.
There are a few things I'd like to change.
Old room, new room.
Table and the floor, definitely the ceiling.
Now the new room's older, time to face the music.
And of course the freeze.
Ground Force and changing rooms redecorated. Good Friday on BBC One.
In Northwest tonight at 6:30, as a teenager fights for his life after being electrocuted on a railway track, police warn of the dangers. Cumbria Council steps in to avert a nursery crisis as the minimum wage becomes law, and why aliens are heading for the Lake District.
This is BBC One, now the 6 o'clock news with Martin Lewis and Moira Stewart.
NATO has warned President Milosevic it will hold him personally responsible for the safety of 3 American servicemen captured by Serb forces. The soldiers have been paraded on Yugoslav state television looking bruised and shaken. Thousands still on the move as Europe faces its biggest refugee crisis for 50 years. The Northern Ireland peace talks, a 2-week adjournment, but the Prime Minister says the basis for an agreement is there. A life sentence for Anthony Savoniuk, found guilty in Britain's first full war crimes trial. Good evening. It was the image NATO leaders didn't want to see. Pictures on TV screens worldwide of 3 American soldiers captured by Serb forces. NATO immediately warned President Milosevic he would be held personally responsible for the treatment of the men who it says were captured while on peacekeeping duties on Macedonia's border with Kosovo. And refugees in their thousands continue to pour out of Kosovo, leaving Europe with its biggest humanitarian crisis for 50 years. 8 days into the air war, President Yeltsin of Russia warned again of the dangers of the military conflict escalating and called for an emergency summit of foreign ministers from the world's leading industrial nations. In a moment, the very latest from our correspondents in the heart of the refugee zone. But first, Bridget Kendall on the capture of the American servicemen.
It was just what NATO had been dreading. 3